Selling a course on Skool is by far the easiest way to make your first $1,000 from your YouTube audience. And so if you're confused about like what the best way to sell is, what the best way to monetize your audience is, please just like autistically listen to me, what I will teach you in this video. Just autistically copy what I'm going to teach you in this video. And I guarantee you, you will get your first sale. And what I'm going to teach you in this video is exactly what I have done to make over $7,000 from this exact channel. You can scroll down and check. I've got less than 2,000 subscribers. And so if you're serious about not having to work a 9-to-5 job when you're older, like everyone else you know will have to, then pay attention to this video. Get rid of any distractions you may have, put it in full screen, find somewhere you can make your notes, because I'm going to change your life with this. My name is Sam Millison, and I'm gonna make you a fuck ton of money from your YouTube channel. And just to be clear, like this video isn't sponsored or anything. Skool is just like an amazing website that I've used to monetize my own audience. And so I'm literally just teaching you what I have done. I'm not being paid to say this or anything. And just for this video, I've made a 3-step protocol that you can follow just to make every point clear so you know exactly what you need to do. Step 1, lock the fuck in. Before I get onto like all the specific tactics, what exactly you need to do, I just kind of want to preface this because no one actually will really talk like this to you. You need to lock the fuck in, okay? Because the competition is brutal and the consequences of failing is absolutely brutal. I just want to like get you imagining this. If you fail this path of doing YouTube and teaching people, being an educational YouTuber, if you fail this path, I want you to like vividly imagine where you will be, because most likely, okay, you're gonna have to go to like university, follow what your parents tell you to do, and go and get some like random 9-to-5 job that you really don't want to be doing, having to wake up having to wake up every single morning just feeling the regret that you know you could have done better, then having to get ready for work and everything, driving to work, being stuck in traffic, you know, the classic rat race, like, you know, you saw that, like, there's this like short film with all like the rats going, it's exactly that. That's exactly what life will be like for you, and that is fucking horrible, okay? And you'll have to go to a job that you fucking hate with everyone else that you don't really relate to there, that you know you're different to, that you know you were supposed to be better than, but now you've been just put into the same job in the same workplace as them, and you have to clock in. Yeah, just work all those hours that you don't want to do, doing something you don't want to do, spending your life in a way that you don't want to spend it. This life, like literally the only thing you have, your life, you have to give it away essentially, and give all your time away doing something you hate. And then after all the 8 hours or more have gone and you've made like $100 at most from the day, which is even a decent bit. Making $100 from a single day in working, that's still pretty good. So you're probably making even less than that per day. Spending your entire day just for that. And then you come home and it's already dark. It's evening time now and you've literally got only a couple hours left until you have to go to bed if you don't want to be sleep deprived. But guess what? All your freedom has been taken away now, so you actually want to spend more time being free. You want to like try and regain your freedom back when you get home, and so you end up just watching like some Netflix or some random bullshit, not actually doing what you want to do and just getting stuck in these addictions again. And every single day, day after day after day, you think you just need to like get this business going. You think you just need to work a bit harder to succeed, but it's already too late because you're already stuck in this job. And you feel so much regret that when you were younger and you had all this time to succeed, you didn't actually take advantage of it. And that's what will happen. You will feel so much regret if you don't pull this off now, because, I mean, I'm only 16 years old, okay? But I've worked a 9-to-5 job myself. It was about a year ago. I did this like work experience thing, and trust me, because, I mean, you might have worked a 9-to-5 job. They are fucking horrible. They take like all your time, all your day, all your life away. It requires so much work. It really is like, you know how people say like addictions is like working a full-time job. Working a full-time job is like working a full-time job. It takes so much away from you. And so if you don't want to live the rest of your life like that and retire when you're like 68 years old or whatever and you're about to die, and yeah, guys, I'm finally retired, but I'm not young anymore. I don't have the body to actually go and live life how I want it. You don't want to retire like that. You want to retire like right now, essentially, in your early 20s. You want your work to essentially just be fun, so you don't even want to retire. You want this life, don't you? You know what I'm talking about. You want this life. Okay, do not let this fail, because the consequences of failing are fucking brutal. They are brutal. I mean, I've already set myself up with this now. Okay, I've already got my whole business going. I know that I'm not gonna have to do that in the future, and I'm set up for it, and life is so fucking beautiful when it's like this. But you, like, actually take this seriously, okay? You know that if you fail, it's gonna be fucking horrible, and you're gonna hate your life. And genuinely, you might get to a point where if you have to like do this, because I mean, you know you're different from everyone else, and if you get put, okay, if you let yourself get put down the same path as everyone else, okay, you know that genuinely there's a possibility you might kill yourself in the future because of that. Because if you waste all your time now and you regret all your decisions, you know that there is a decent possibility of that happening. Do not let that happen, okay? Do not let that happen. Because as well, there's only a certain amount of people who can actually escape that path that everyone's going down. There's only a certain amount of people. There's only a certain amount of spots, okay, in the world for digital nomads and for people living this life, making money online. And you know this too. Not everybody can make it. There's not enough demand for stuff like this. There isn't enough money coming into this for everyone who's trying to make this. For everyone who's trying to make money online. There's not enough spots for everyone, okay, to actually do this. Most of us, 99% of us, are gonna have to go and work a job we don't like in the future. And it's as simple as that. The competition is fucking brutal, okay? The competition is brutal. Everybody is fighting for essentially fighting for these spots, okay, to make money. And literally no one talks about this, but it's completely true, okay? Everyone says, oh yeah, guys, just do it the lazy way. You have to put the fucking work in if you want to get ahead of everyone else, because the truth is, basically everybody has the same information, okay? All these other guys your age, or probably older than you, okay? They're all competing with you for these spots, and I might sound crazy saying this. There's literally only a certain amount of spots for people to be digital nomads, to make money online, to make that 10K plus per month, okay? There's literally only a certain amount of spots. You're competing with so many of the guys for this, and I'll be honest, you're probably behind most people, okay? And so you've got to lock the fuck in and start working harder, because like I said, basically everybody has the same information. There's no like major secrets in this industry or anything, okay? There really isn't. The guys who are winning and the guys who are locking in, okay? I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. Most days I wake up at 3:30 a.m. actually. I'm trying something new with my work. This morning I've already worked for like, what time is it now? It's 9:30. I've already worked for like, what? 4.5 hours? Okay, I've had a nice bath, I've meditated, I've got my brain fucking good, I got really good sleep last night, like 10 hours of sleep, okay? I'm locked the fuck in, okay? And that's the reason why I'm winning, that's the reason why you're watching my video now, and I'm not watching yours, okay? This is the reason why I'm teaching you and you're not teaching me, is because I've locked the fuck in. And so, truthfully, bro to bro, you need to lock the fuck in, and you know this too. I'm not gonna go in like how to lock in, okay? You just know you need to lock the fuck in, okay? You need to actually take this seriously, and you can like ignore the rest of this video and just go and do whatever other business model, but this literally applies to absolutely everyone, including you. If you want to succeed in this, and you don't want to go and work some like shitty 9-to-5 job, okay? You need to lock the fuck in. And you know that is true, okay? You've got to actually start taking this shit seriously, because if you don't, your life is going to be fucking horrible, okay? And this whole dream about getting your dream girl, getting your dream wife, okay, building a beautiful family on some farm somewhere, buying some land, yeah, that is not going to happen. You do realize that it's like you've got it in your brain that you're like expecting that to happen. That is not going to happen if you don't lock the fuck in. That like life, okay, that everyone imagines, oh yeah, when I'm older, I'm just gonna buy some land or go somewhere. You're not gonna be able to fucking do that if you're not making money online, because you're gonna have to clock in to some random office job or some job that you don't like every day. And that life of like living on a beautiful farm, okay, with a beautiful family is in the hills somewhere, okay. I know that dream that everyone has, and me included, okay. You're not gonna be able to do that, okay. If you've got to go to some stupid job, you need money, and you need to be setting yourself up for life right now, okay. You need to fucking do this. You need to lock the fuck in. Take this seriously, okay? Because realize that if you go to school now and you really don't like being at school, it's going to be like that, but worse for the rest of your life if you don't pull this off now. And I know that you included, and most guys aren't locked in at all. You aren't putting the work in. You need to put the work in if you want to get ahead of everyone else. Just think of it as a competition, okay? I am in like one of the very first spots in this competition. I'm near the top of the leaderboard, okay? You're near the bottom of the leaderboard, okay? I mean, you're probably better than most guys just for the fact that you're watching this, but still, only the top 0.01% essentially, probably even less than that, okay, actually get to live this dream life. The competition is fucking brutal, but at the same time, it's so genuinely easy, because all you really do need to do is lock in, okay? All you need to do is work hard and like follow what I'll teach you in this video, to follow any business model, really. I mean, this one's so much better, and I'll explain why later, and you probably already know why this business model of being an educational YouTuber and selling a product is better. But seriously, like genuinely, you need to lock the fuck in, okay? I've got like coaching clients and guys who have bought my course, and I'm not going to CTA now, but there's guys essentially who I'm working with, all right? I guarantee, like, out of all of these guys, the ones who are succeeding, okay, are the guys who are waking up at 5 a.m. and locked in. And like, I don't even feel bad for them. Like the guys who are waking up late, not really putting work in, I don't feel bad for them at all. And if you're not putting the work in, I don't feel bad for you either, okay? I just see it, okay? And it's so obvious that the guys who are working hard are the guys who are succeeding and getting ahead. And it's as simple as that. I've said this so many times to you, but you need to get the fuck, I've made myself dizzy now. You need to fucking get that in your head, okay? Imagine for the past year, okay, you'd woken up at like 5 a.m. like every single morning, you'd put the work in. How much better your life would be right now? It'd be so much better, okay? Genuinely, your life would be so much better. You need to do that. You need, okay, to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. You need to work hard, okay, if you want to live this life. Because most people aren't, and that's completely fine. Most people aren't. Most people are going to go work some 9-to-5 job and they're going to be comfortable in it. But you know you are different from them. You know that you shouldn't be like that, okay? And this is literally your destiny to do this. You shouldn't let yourself down, okay? You should not let yourself down. As I said, I've been waking up at 3:30 a.m. consistently since December. Okay, and this period of my life, not just for like the results I've been getting with business, okay, but also for the just for my own mental health and for my own happiness about myself. Honestly, like, life has been so good, man. Like, genuinely, like, you know this too. You'll finally be able to respect yourself when you're waking up early, when you're putting the work in, okay? You'll actually be able to respect yourself when you do that. You know you will actually be fulfilling your destiny, fulfilling your potential, because you feel like you are wasting your life right now, and that's a harsh truth. You know you can be doing more, and you can be doing more, and so you need to be doing more. It's as simple as that. There really isn't like no special tactics or secrets. I mean, I'll teach you exactly what to do in this video about how to sell a course and everything, how to monetize your audience. But really, like, if you could take one thing away from this video, it would be that you need to lock in, okay? And I know it's kind of like a meme term or whatever, but seriously, it's like, you need to lock the fuck in, bro. And it's as simple as that. Since locking in for me, life has been so genuinely good. And you know this too, it's like, even though like doing the work is hard, even though waking up early is hard, it's actually more enjoyable than like playing video games and wasting time watching bullshit YouTube. Kind of like you are now, you know, you're kind of wasting time right now, aren't you? You probably should be working right now. But you know, like when you're actually working, it feels so much better. When I wake up like this morning, waking up at 5 a.m., like putting my Spotify and like listening to my classical music as I always do, like that actually feels good. Like when I'm planning videos doing that and I'm in the flow state, it feels like good with my coffee, like being awake. It feels good. Like that's like honestly the most enjoyable part of my day. The two most enjoyable parts of my day are probably recording videos and planning videos, okay. And at the same time, they're also the most like hard parts of my day, but I'm the happiest I'm ever gonna be today right now. Just because I'm working and I know I'm fulfilling this destiny of myself. So please, if you could take this as one singular thing, because that's almost like a mini video I've just made there, about the singular point that you need to lock in, okay. That you need everything you want, it will come to you if you just lock the fuck in. And it is as simple as that. Furthermore, I just want to make the point that money, like making money online, just like imagine you made like just 1K per month online, that would completely change your life, wouldn't it? Okay, like literally money will fix absolutely everything. All of your problems, right now, money will fix it. Everyone says like money doesn't buy happiness, and to an extent that is true, okay. But if you just think about like, because you're pretty broke right now, okay, you don't really have that like good of a consistent income right now, okay, apart from like if you work some job or something, okay. Just making like 1K a month online, that would change your life, wouldn't it? That would really like change everything. Because, I mean, just by like actually making some decent money like this, you would know that your future's set up for you. You would know that over time this income, making one, like imagine like next month you made 1K by like selling a course on Skool, okay? Which I'll teach you how to do obviously later in the video. But just imagine you made 1K by doing that. You would like kind of know that you're, even though like 1K a month isn't enough to really survive on in a Western country, but you would know like that 1K a month would turn into 2K, then 3K a month, and that would be enough to survive, and then you'd be making more and you'd be essentially become rich. You would know that if you were actually making money now, your future would be set up for you. Like just getting a couple sales now, like this week, next week maybe. If you made a course for a couple $100, you got a couple sales for it, yeah. You would know that that would essentially be setting you up for the future, because you would already have the success. You would have proven to yourself that you can make money online, okay. And so just making a bit of money now would essentially set up your future for you forever. You wouldn't have to worry about having to go to school or university like your parents pressure you to, okay. You wouldn't have to worry about getting a 9-to-5 job in the future, because as I said, your future would be set up for you. If you want to travel somewhere, you can travel there. Okay, if you want to rent out this place and stay there for a bit, you can stay there. You'll have that freedom. Furthermore, people will respect you for actually making money like this. And I'll be honest, like, because I mean, everyone kind of wants this. I'm kind of past this now, because I mean, I'll explain actually at the very end of the video why this is. But you probably like, if you're honest with yourself, you probably want the respect for people at your job or people at your school and from your family and everything like that. Just making like a couple $100 a month or 1K a month, people will respect you way more. Okay. Like back, because I'll kind of tell my story, like back a year ago, I was making a decent bit of money, like 2K a month online essentially for a couple months. And people at school, I mean, I literally, like this is the first time I've actually thought about like school and shit for like 2 weeks, because I've been off school for a while. But like people at school then, okay, people around me, okay, people I knew, they respected me like way more when I was making this money, but then I kind of fell into a rut. I lost all my income, and during the summer, essentially last summer, I kind of lost it all for a bit. And their respect for me like went down a decent bit. But now that I'm making money again, I can tell that this respect for people around me, people at school, is coming back, okay? Simply just because I'm making this money. If you're making this money and you're proving yourself that online business, you can actually do it and you are actually serious about it, people will respect you more. And your family, your parents will take you seriously in this too, okay? My daddy, he said to me that he actually wants me to do this as like the number one thing, like, you know how your parents probably pressure you to like do school and get a career and everything. Like my dad has said to me like, this is that he actually wants me to be doing this. He's supportive of me in doing online business. He doesn't want me to stop it. Yeah, my parents are supportive of me in doing this. They let me go on all the weird diet, like, because you probably know you want to go on some like weird diet when you only eat meat and eggs, or you want to do some weird extra shit. Like you know how it is for us, like normal people they see us as weird, like the kind of stuff we do to like meditating and stuff. Meditating isn't really that weird anymore, but I mean your parents probably see that as a little bit weird. You probably feel a little bit embarrassed if you like meditated in front of them or did some weird shit like that, you know. My parents don't see me as weird for doing that now, okay? Because they take me seriously in this, because I've got the results in this. And furthermore, like, being around girls, okay, and like talking to girls and stuff, it's genuinely just making money for me. It's just made me so much more confident, like, about talking to girls and stuff, because I actually see myself as like better than other guys now. And this is kind of arrogance, and this is a whole other thing, but it's made me way more confident, and especially talking to girls, it's made it like just so much easier, you know? I'm no longer like worrying about shit, because like, if I like mess something up and I fumble it with a girl, I don't really care, because I've still got my online business, I've still got my whole life set up for me. This is like more important than anything else to me, and so fumbling like a girl, it doesn't even really worry me, you know? And it's like, you know when you're probably talking to a girl or something, you probably like worry that you're gonna fumble it or stuff. This is like kind of totally random, but like when you're making money and you got this online business going for you, that all kind of just becomes like, you don't even really worry about that anymore, because your confidence is just so much, because you're like, yes, I've got this online business. I don't really care if I fumble her. Okay, I don't really care if I mess it up, because I've got this online business going for me anyway, yeah? Furthermore, yeah, you can just buy shit. You can buy materialistic shit you want. I really, really want like an iPhone and shit. Like I've had this phone for like 2 years. I'm actually really happy with this phone. It's like a cheap Samsung, but I'm gonna buy an iPhone. I'm gonna buy like a MacBook when like my money for payments come through, like a nice laptop and everything. I'm gonna be able to buy the materialistic shit. I bought like a nice camera. I've got like my GoPro. I've got another camera there that my granddad actually gave me that camera. I've got a nice setup. I've been able to like decorate my room and shit with money. Okay. You can buy shit you want. You have the freedom to buy shit you want off Amazon or wherever the fuck. You have this shit to buy like nice clothes and everything. You probably saw in the thumbnail like the Skool hoodie. That cost me like £50 because their merch is fucking expensive, okay? But I can just spend the money like that, okay? I can just spend money like that because I make money, yeah? Furthermore, I mean, I haven't actually done this yet myself, but you can go traveling. This summer when I finish school, I'm gonna do that. I've got an online friend, his name's Vincent. He lives in like Florida, or he's in Texas right now, but that's kind of irrelevant. But he's coming to Portugal this summer to stay in Portugal for a bit. And so I'm just gonna pay for a trip to go down to Portugal with him and just meet up with him like that. And I might go to France or somewhere else, okay, if business allows and I'm making enough money from it, okay. And I'm only 16 years old, okay. You can go traveling, all right, when you're making money, you have that location freedom as well. And furthermore, you can provide for your family, okay. You can give some money to your parents every month, okay. You can help them out like that. And I actually need to start doing this again. I've kind of forgot about this, but I mean, when I was making money before, I was giving my parents like £200 a month, and that kind of was for like food and for diet and everything. But it still just feels good when you're like paying for your own food and you're paying for yourself. You're like, you get more respect for that. Like you get more respect from your parents when you're doing that. And furthermore, and you probably have this vision too, to like find your good girl, like find that dream wife you're gonna marry, that dream girl you're gonna marry, your future wife. Like settle down in like the hills and the mountains somewhere, like I said, like buy some land, get like a homestead going, like build a house, have some kids there, like have some animals, like have a farm. Like this dream that I know a lot of people have, that will become a reality if you're making money like this, even if that's like 10, 20 years in the future. You are still setting yourself up for that right now. You're setting yourself up to not have to work a 9-to-5 job. And this vision of like the future, of being able to travel, of being this guy who's actually succeeding. I mean, I'm set up for this vision. There's literally no one else who's like more set up for it than me, okay? And this vision you have, that will become a reality if you do this. Making money online, it will fucking change your life. And I've kind of gone off on a tangent here, okay? But seriously, you need to lock the fuck in for this. And because, I mean, everyone bullshits around purpose and like finding your true purpose and all of this stuff. Trust me, like just making 1K a month will fix everything. And in fact, okay, like everyone goes on about like think about what your purpose is. When you actually start making money and when you actually start changing lives by doing this, obviously I'll go into how to make a course in Skool later on in this video to teach you actually how to do this. But once you start making like this 1K a month, okay, you will actually find purpose in doing that. A lot of people say like follow your passion and stuff. I think actually passion comes from something you're good at. Okay, if you're good at something, you will enjoy doing it, and it's as simple as that. Like if you're obviously like, if it's some random like 9 to 5 job that you're good at and you don't actually enjoy doing that, then that's kind of different because that's like circumstance having to go to a job and everything. But if it's like, I mean, for example, I'm good at helping other people to monetize their audience. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm good at making money online, helping other young guys like you to make money online. Okay, and so I enjoy making these videos because I'm good at it, because I make money from doing this video. Like you can probably see on my whiteboard, it says recording makes money. That's a mindset I'm like getting into my head, that simply recording videos is what makes me money, all right? And so I know recording this video is going to get me sales for my course. I'll tell you a bit about my course later. I've accidentally like told you about it 2 times. That's not another video plan now. But I know that recording this video is gonna make me money, okay? And I know it's also gonna help you. And so because I'm like, I said about this earlier, like a second ago, I really like love making this video for 2 reasons. Because I know I'm gonna help you, in fact, no, for 3. I know I'm gonna help you. I know I'm gonna make money from this. And also because I just like enjoy doing this because I'm good at it, you know? I'm better than like anyone else at recording videos on this topic. Like there's literally no one else who can compete with me. And so I enjoy like making videos like this. I enjoy speaking like this, giving you this advice, okay? As I said, I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I planned another video actually that I'm gonna record after this one, but I planned this video yesterday. And then after I finished planning my video, like I went in my ice bath and everything. I set up the camera. I had like a warm shower to warm myself up. I had my coffee and everything. I did some meditation just to get me in like the good headspace for recording a video, you know. And then I clicked record. And now that I'm recording, I'm like pretty happy. I've got a little worry that the camera battery is gonna run out, whatever. But it's like I'm really happy just doing this because I'm good at recording, okay. What I'm trying to get to is that everyone bullshits around. You need to find your purpose. You need to do something, the thing that you were like born to do. I don't think there really is anything that you were born to do. You will just like enjoy it if you're good at it. And so if you make videos and if you're like niching your topic is in something that you have improved at, like let's say it's like, I don't know, maybe you're like a really tall, skinny guy, okay, and you made a load of muscle in the gym, you can help like skinny guys to make muscle, okay, because that's something like really specific that you are good at, okay, that you can then help people to do, all right? Or maybe, I don't know, you had social, like, for example, you could do like social anxiety for like Indian guys, if you're Indian, and like you had social anxiety, like you're an Indian in a Western country, or I don't know, you're from some other like ethnicity and you're in a Western country like in America, and you had a social anxiety, and it's kind of different for your ethnicity because you're like a different ethnicity, obviously. And you like fix your anxiety by doing something. You can teach other guys who are like of your ethnicity, Indian, Asian, wherever the fuck, okay. Yeah, and you can help them to fix their social anxiety like that, and you will enjoy it more if you are good at it, okay? If you've solved this problem, you will really enjoy it, and we'll get onto that later, okay? When you start like actually helping people, when you start changing people's lives with this thing that you're good at, you will realize you're actually really good at helping people, and so you will enjoy doing it more. Not only for the fact that you're like helping people, you've probably heard this too, like when you help people, like that's the happiest you can ever be, but also for the fact like when you're actually changing lives, you know you're good at it, and so you just enjoy it more because you know you're like better than anyone else at it, and then that becomes your purpose. I think there's just a big problem that everyone has about purpose and authenticity and all this bullshit. Like just focus on making money, like really just focus on making like 1K a month with your videos and stuff, and then I think that, I mean, not I think, I know, okay, that will help you to find your purpose. Your purpose, your mission will become like making more money. It will become helping people. And once you find your purpose and once you find your mission, once you find your love for your work, and once you actually start getting results, locking in will just become so genuinely easy. I'm being serious. Like once you get your first sale, and once you realize you can actually change lives, which you probably already have realized, hopefully, if you've got your YouTube channel already going and you got comments from people, you probably already have changed lives, okay? But really, the point I just want to tell you here, because I've kind of yapped for a bit, you need to lock the fuck in, okay? You need to lock the fuck in if you want to live this life. Locking in is easy, okay? You, like actually getting these results is easy if you just lock in, and locking in becomes easy once you find the love for doing this and once you actually start getting good at this and you start getting results. Step 2, attracting the best viewers who will buy your products. I just want to get this mindset into your head, okay? Because you need to like almost live by this mindset, all right? You do not need to go viral, okay? You do not need to go viral whatsoever. You literally just need to like attract the right viewers who will buy your products. Because look at it this way. Like, let's say you got like 1 million views on a video. There might be like, I don't know, 100 guys, okay? 100 guys in that group of 1 million who will buy your product, all right? What's the point in like getting 1 million people to watch your video when those like, I don't know, 999,900 people who aren't going to buy your product? Like, what's the point in attracting all those people when you can just attract the 100 people, okay, who will buy your product? And this is the mindset I want to get in your head. Instead of like getting loads and loads and loads of views, you need to just get the views from the people who struggle with the problem you help with. You need to get the views from the people who will actually buy your product, okay, with the people who you can actually help and whose life you will actually change. So instead of like making entertainment content where you'll get like a load of views like Mr. Beast, you need to make like content on some like really like specific issue that you used to have. And so, I mean, you probably already got your niche, but let's say, as I said before, let's say you're a tall, skinny guy, okay, and you were skinny, but because you're tall, it's like the muscles like spread out, if that makes sense. Like that's a specific problem someone could have that you used to have. And so you built a load of muscle while being like a tall, like little lanky, skinny guy, yeah. And you like solve that problem for yourself. That's like a really specific problem that you had. Yeah, you help people with that like really specific problem, that like super specific problem. Like it's not gonna get a load of views because there really isn't that many people like that. But there's guys who do have that specific problem. You're gonna become the best, okay, at helping them with this specific problem because it is so specific, okay, because you used to struggle with it. And so you'll basically become the best person that can help them. And because it's such a specific thing, okay, that you solve yourself, you'll be able to really, really help them too, because like, just imagine, like, when you were younger, you were struggling with this, like, specific problem you had. Imagine there was someone like your current self, like, back when you were younger, struggling with this problem. Imagine there was someone like your current self now, okay, who was making videos for you, okay, and that guy like actually gave you the really good advice, okay, and he helped you to solve this problem, he helped you to change your life. You would 100% buy his products, wouldn't you? Okay, even though it's like so specific what he's helping you with, like that's the reason why you would get results from him. That's the reason why your life would change from his advice, because it's like so like catered to your problems, okay, it's so catered to your situation, alright? And so if he changed your life, you would definitely buy his product. Like just imagine like you change, like imagine someone like watch your videos. Their life was like completely changed by what you taught them. They would fucking love you, wouldn't they? They would like really, really love you, wouldn't they? Okay. And if they really, really love you, they will buy your product nonetheless, okay? I hate how everyone goes on about like getting your sales page perfect, like they obsess over getting the sales page perfect. They obsess over like, should I do sales calls? Should I do this? Should I do that? Like literally, if you just make your videos really, really good, okay, and you change lives with your videos for some like specific problem, because you're not gonna be able to change lives if you like make it really broad, okay? If you just try to help like guys with bodybuilding, like there's so many like random problems that these guys could have, and not all of them are gonna have the same problems, and so you can't really help everyone, because it's like there's one guy whose parents won't let him bulk, there's one guy, I don't know, he's skinny and he struggles to bulk because he's skinny, he can't put muscle on because he's skinny. Like people will have something like random different problems in like one whole niche of like fitness, and we're using fitness as an example here. You could do social skills or anything else, whatever other problem you struggled with, okay? But if you like specify it down to just one specific problem, okay, and you really like heavily niche it down and target it for some like specific problem, for some specific type of person, okay, you can really help them way, way more. And especially if it's a problem you used to struggle with, you will understand them really, really well, which makes it so much easier for you to change their life, okay. Yeah, which then means they're way, way more likely to buy your product. And like I said, like making videos for like this really specific type of guy, like these videos aren't gonna get lots of views because there's not many types of like these guys. Like I used to make videos, and you can scroll back on my channel. It's just like generic how to make money as a 15-year-old. I actually did that like 2 weeks ago. Just how to make money as a 15-year-old. That was targeting like every 15-year-old who wants to make money, which is pretty much every 15-year-old in the world. Okay, I'm not sure there's anyone who doesn't want to make money. But now, like recently, I've kind of like, I've always known this lesson, but I've kind of taken it on board a lot more. And now this is why I'm making this video on like how to make a course on Skool, because you probably like know the Skool platform already. And you probably know that like you don't really know what to do, if it's best to do that or it's best to do sales calls or whatever, all right? And so this video is like really heavily targeted for you. Like, I mean, you already have like an educational YouTube channel, all right? This video is like really heavily targeted to you. And I'm gonna record another video after this too, like how you basically around not having to go viral, which is essentially the point I'm making now. I'm gonna make a whole video on that. And this is like really targeted for you specifically, okay? Which makes like this video so much more valuable for you, because imagine if this video was just targeted to like everyone in the entire world. It was like targeted to like every person, like guys from every age, for example. And it was like I was talking to like young guys like you. I was also like trying to talk to like 40-year-olds, like middle-aged people. And it's like, imagine I was just trying to like make points for like everyone's like situation that everyone could be in. It would just kind of waste a lot of your time, because imagine I was talking about like, I don't know, how to like work if you've got a family and a full-time job. Like, imagine I was like trying to explain that, but also like trying to explain like what to do if you're still in school and you're still young. Like it wouldn't really like work, would it? Because I'd be wasting a load of your time trying to make points for other people. And even so, like I'd be making points for people in other situations that I'd never been in. And so it was like I'm trying to be teaching people how to do something that I've never done. But because I was literally in your situation like a year or two ago, okay, I can teach this like exact same thing. I can basically teach how I got to this point where I am now, and because I understand you like really, really clearly, and at the same time I'm like focusing it all specifically on you, which then means I'm going to be able to change your life so much more. And because if I get your results, you're going to be like 10 times more likely to buy, not even 10 times, like 1,000 times more likely to buy my course if I get your actual results from my videos. Okay. And it's just as simple as that. Like, if you change someone's life, they will buy your product. And so you just have to focus on changing people's lives with your videos, making your videos as valuable as possible. So to help you to do this, just to give you some like actionable steps, what we need to do is we need to create your like dream avatar document. Now, what your dream avatar, I mean, I think some people call this like the ICP. I can't remember what that stands for, but it's essentially like the person you're trying to help. Okay, it's like the character for who you're trying to help. You can make this your younger self. Okay, you can make it some guy you've already helped, right? It's not, for me, it's kind of like a mix of my younger self, a mix of some of my clients, a mix of like you, the viewer, and everything, some guys in my comment section. It's like, I've got a good idea, like who I'm talking to right now, I'm like, right now I'm talking to like a character who like really resembles you, because obviously like, I can't look through the camera and like see you right now, obviously, but I can like imagine I can imagine like there's some character who like really, really resembles you, and I can imagine I'm talking to him. And to get this like character, to like create this character, which can be your younger self, as I said. And if it's your younger self, like if you're helping guys with a problem that you used to struggle with, doing it as your younger self really, really works really well, okay? But you just kind of have to like create this dream avatar document, and in this document you can just like give him a name, which again, it can be your younger self, like where he lives, his age, like does he go to school, like what's his life like, what's his morning like, what are his like deep, like really, really super deep pains. Like you go into everything and you really understand this guy. You can like put pictures in as well, just to give you like a good visualization. Like in my document, I've got pictures of my like younger self when I was just like starting out YouTube and everything. I've got like screenshots of my old videos and stuff, just so I can like, when I look at it, I can get a good understanding of who I'm helping, you know? And then yeah, you just have that avatar document that you can look at whenever, and that'll like really help you to understand who you're helping. And if you can go into their like deeper desires, like what they actually really, really deeply want, that like works so much better too, because on the surface level, you can put like, yeah, he wants to like improve fitness, he wants to get like a good physique, he wants to like be more confident around girls. They're like surface level desires, but then you can go deeper down into like the deeper levels. Yeah, he actually wants a really good physique because he's always felt like unconfident around people his whole life. He's always felt like left out, like he's been weak. He's always felt like pushed away by other people, and he thinks that having this physique will actually like heal that trauma. Like he's got this deep trauma that he's never actually been like properly listened to by anyone. He wants to be like more dominant. He wants to get this physique to be more dominant. Okay, he wants to feel safer in his own body because he was bullied and pushed around when he was younger, and so he wants to get stronger so that he doesn't feel like he can be pushed around anymore. Yeah, and you go like deep into their like deepest desires, their deepest pains. And I do this too, like, and then you kind of like understand these deep pains, and you go like almost upload it into your own brain, and so that when you speak to the camera, yeah, you can kind of like talk in this way where you're talking to this guy, and you can like mention all his deep pains, and it'll just like you'll just be able to understand him so much more, and it'll be so much more valuable for him if you can make this video specifically like for him. And this is what I do with this video too. Literally, this is what I'm doing right now. And one of my clients, Victor, I was on a call with him the other day. We were talking for like 4 hours, just like going through all his like specific, like deep pains and deep problems, essentially, because he was helping his younger self. And it was genuinely like, I realized this even more for myself at the time, that when you do this, it's like so genuinely powerful. It's like so genuinely powerful, because he did this and he was just like, oh shit, man, this is actually so valuable doing this. Like looking at your like deep avatar, like you're like deep, you're like going into your deep pains, like creating this avatar of yourself, of your younger self, because it just lets you understand like who you're talking to so much better. And now his videos are going to be like twice as good, literally just by doing this. Like obviously we spent like 4 hours together going through all his deepest pains. I was asking him like all the deep questions and shit, but you can just kind of do this by yourself. You can do it right now. You can just do it in like 10 minutes right now. Okay, like the 80-20 rule. Like you can just like spend like 20 minutes on it right now. Okay, 30 minutes on it right now. And in fact, you know what? I'll create a template. I've actually already got a template. There'll be a link in the description for your dream avatar template. You can go and click that right now, and just go through it right there. And you can just go through that, all right? And just fill in all the questions, going into all your deep desires, and then kind of like get that image of this avatar into your head, all right? And that'll really help you, all right? To just like understand who you're speaking to, understand who you're helping, because at the surface level, you can give like ChatGPT advice, you can give like the base advice here, like do this workout routine, do this, do that, okay? But when you can like really, really deeply connect with the viewer, and it's so hard to explain, but it's like you have the right energy about it and you deeply connect with the viewer. When you do that, it's just like so much better, and you'll help the viewer so much more because they'll feel like they're actually talking to a good friend. And so the way that you use this is essentially you like market yourself and you market your advice with like the tangible surface level thing they want. Okay, so let's say you've picked like fitness. You're going to be helping skinny guys to build muscle. Okay, obviously in your videos, in your titles, you say like, oh yeah, this is how skinny guys can build muscles. In your course, which we'll go into in a second, you'll say, oh, okay, this is like skinny guys build muscle like by doing this, or with my 5-step method or whatever. You market that on the surface level, but maybe you probably like feel this way too. It's like you actually want to like give him some deeper advice. Like for example, with Victor, he wanted to like teach guys how to be more confident, how to be more dominant, how to like be better in social groups, and how to actually like feel good about yourself by like actually being strong in social groups. Okay, but he has like a really like good physique, right? And so essentially what we're doing is we're marketing like him as like, this is how you get a good physique so that you can feel like more dominant in like social situations. And so you kind of market it with a more tangible thing about, I don't know, improving your fitness, like making friends, getting a girlfriend, something like more tangible. You don't ever like market yourself as like, this is how you can improve your confidence, because that's like a really vague thing. It's like not a tangible thing you can really track. You can't like track like if you've got good confidence, but like getting a girlfriend or like making friends, okay, or improving your physique, you can track that. You can go on the scales every day. You can like, there's not really a number for like how good you are socially, but it's still like really trackable because you just like know it. Like, yeah, you know it. Like with your, with like confidence and how dominant you are, and this like kind of vague thing, if you get what I mean, you can't really track it. And so it's really hard to like market. Yeah. But what you can do, you can market yourself as like, I'll help you get a girlfriend, I'll help you make friends, I'll help you to get a good physique, okay? And then inside of that, inside of like, when you actually give them advice, you give them the advice that will make them more confident, okay? They'll get, you give them like, you get what I mean? You can't like market this vague thing like, I'll help you to become better at learning. Yeah, you can't really market that because it's like a very vague thing. But the way you can market like that, like if you want to help someone get better at learning, you can say, oh, I'll help you to, I'll double your reading speed, okay? I'll help you to read 10 books this month, yeah. That's how you'd market it. You'd make it something tangible. And so you need to market yourself with like some tangible advice. You can't market it in this vague way, because I see so many people doing this. They'll market themselves in like this really vague way, and it just doesn't work that way, you know? It just really does not work, because people just like, they see you as like not having any credibility in that sense. But if you can give them like this thing like, yes, like I will help you to read more books, okay? I'll help you to like triple the amount of books you read. I'll help you to get a girlfriend. I'll help you to make friends. I'll help you to improve your physique. I'll help you to put on, I don't know, 10 kilograms of muscle, okay? When you give them like this really tangible thing, it makes it so much more clear to them what you help them with. But when it's just like, I'll help you to improve your confidence in 30 days, like, it's so vague, you know what I mean? It just doesn't really work that well, okay? And trust me, if you can connect to like the deeper desires of like wanting like girls, wanting a girlfriend, of wanting money, okay, of wanting status, all right? If you can connect to these deep like primal like desires, you know, these like really deep primal desires that are ingrained into us, like you know, like how we have our like basic needs about having food, having water, like being able to breathe, like they're like the surface level desires. And then when you go a little bit deeper, and the deeper desires are like sex, the deeper desires are like making money, the deeper desires is like status, you know, yeah. If you can connect to like these desires, okay, and then past that is probably like spirituality, but if you can connect to like these like basic like human primal needs, like people will buy your shit, and it's as simple as that. Like, I sell you the dream, okay, and I'll be completely honest with this. I sell you the dream of like not having to work a job, okay, but that's like literally what I teach you to be able to do. I sell you the dream of having the freedom from money, okay. I connect, and even so, like when I'm mentioning about like making money, okay, will make it easy to talk to girls. That's a simple fact, but by saying that, all right, I'm connecting deeper with that like basic primal desire that you like want sex, essentially, because that's essentially what it is, all right, like the desire to reproduce. That's essentially what I'm doing by like mentioning that. And so I'm connecting like with a deeper primal desires, but by mentioning that. And so you can do that in your videos too. You can connect to like these deeper primal desires of status, of wanting girls, okay, of wanting money, all right? These are like deeper desires. You need to connect with them. And trust me, you will get so many more sales, okay? And people will love you so much more if you do connect with these desires, because they will feel like deeply understood. Like when you talk about this, like you can give like ChatGPT won't ever talk about this, obviously. You can give like the basic ChatGPT advice, yeah, like work out, do cold exposure for 5 minutes a day, yeah, run like a kilometer a day, like do this specific thing. Yeah. You can give like the basic like tangible advice, but when you like connect down and give them like the deeper advice and you connect deeper with their primal desires, that's when people will actually truly start to love you. So essentially, the point I just made there was market it with these tangible things, which is like, I don't know, making money, getting girls, fitness, or something like tangible like that, like getting more friends. You get what I mean, like some primal desire. Okay, and then inside of that, that's where you can give them the more intangible advice, like improving your confidence and stuff like that, if you get what I mean there. Now, for making the actual videos themselves that will attract like these like guys you actually want, the guys who will actually like buy your products, like I said, you need to make it really specific on some like specific, like autistically specific issue you had. And so just kind of like think back to like some specific problem you used to have. So maybe like, I don't know, your parents didn't let you eat more eggs, which means you struggled to bulk, yeah? Or I don't know, maybe you were skinny, like, so you couldn't bulk, like you're skinny so you struggle to put on muscle, and so that made you like feel unconfident, but like in this specific way. You need to like make it like really like specific, like for some video idea, like think of some specific problem you had, and then just kind of make a video to solve that problem. Don't make it like this general guide, like how to build muscle as a 15-year-old, okay? How to make money as a 15-year-old, that's like really too vague. You need to make it more specific, like, for example, like me, how to sell a course on Skool to make money. Yeah, that's like really so specific because it's only for the guys who really know about this website. Like I haven't really explained to you what Skool is. I mean, if you don't know what it is, I might explain it later in the video, or you can just go onto like skool.com or search it up, whatever. But I'm making this video for you because you already know what Skool is. You've probably seen other people like sell courses and stuff on Skool. You're probably kind of considering doing it to yourself, but then it costs like $100 a month to do it, and you're kind of like, what do I actually do with that? And I'll get on to actually how to get it for free later. But I'm making this like really, really specific, okay? And so because I'm making it so specific, as I said, my advice is going to be better for you. You're more likely to buy my course, okay? And it's as simple as that. So whatever you're helping people with, you need to make your video ideas like so specific, solving some like really specific issue. I've heard from a couple of guys that they like want to do sales calls and stuff, and actually doing sales calls for stuff like guys like us in our like for what we're doing. Sales calls, like going straight from YouTube to a sales call, that actually doesn't really work whatsoever. It's like really, really terrible to do that. And so I'm planning a video, okay, to convince you to like not do sales calls. And so that's like something so specific, you know, but it's like so specific. And so there's maybe only like 100 guys or 50 guys in the entire world to who that video will help. Yeah. But then all 50 of those guys, or like 40 or 30 of them, will watch it, and because it's so specific, so targeted, they will watch like the entire thing, and like probably like 50% of them will buy my course because of that. 10% of them will buy my course because of that. That's like a massive, like really, really high conversion rate because I'm making it so specific. But if I just made the video like I don't know, if the video is more general and it's just like how to make money, as I said, those guys, they'll probably also watch it, but because it's not targeted to them, they won't take it seriously. They'll just like see me as another like how to make money online guru. But because I'm like making it so targeted for you specifically, it makes it so much easier. I've said this so many times now, but you understand what I mean, okay? And so you just like, you need to come up with some problem that you used to have, okay, some specific problem, and just make a video on that. Or maybe some sort of story, and there's some moral to the story, like some like story from your life, like some specific thing that you kind of struggled with and you solved it. You could tell that story in a video and give the moral of the story, how you solved it and everything. Or you can just kind of copy, if there's like another person in your niche doing the exact same thing as you can just kind of copy their titles of videos that have done well for them, and that kind of works too. And yeah, so to plan the videos, I'm not going to go in depth here because it's a massive thing, but I've got another, you've probably already seen it, I've got another template down there, how to plan your videos and everything. I've put so much work into that template, making it as good as possible to make your videos as good as possible. You can literally like triple how good your video, I'm not joking, you can triple how like the quality of your videos just by having a good plan. And obviously I'm way better at making videos than you are. And so like literally though, this is the exact same plan I use for my videos. Okay, so literally just follow that plan. It's like a Notion template, just copy that, follow that. It will, trust me, it will make your videos at the very least like twice as good, okay, if you're not already doing this. All right, it literally like gets deep into the viewer's psychology and everything that will really like get them, the viewer, the best results. And obviously, if you get the viewer the best results, you will get more money, and so you can just copy that. And you'll probably also see there's another link in the description, and I've also mentioned it a couple of times, it's at the top. That's a link to my course. I mean, you've probably already clicked it because I've already mentioned it. But I will change your life in that course. I literally go over absolutely everything in this. I mean, if you think this video is valuable, okay, just imagine how good my paid courses are, right? So click that right now. It's literally the best thing you could like possibly invest your money into. And you can see I'm not like cutting this out and like doing 5 takes. I'm literally saying this first take because I'm like so confident, okay, that my course will help you. If you've got the money to invest into yourself, it's literally the best thing you could spend your money on. Okay, go click that right now. Go have a look for it now. Go over everything over there on my page, on my Skool page. All right, so just go click that right now. I will change your life. And so to plan your videos, and I'll say this in the guide as well, but don't like underplan it and don't overplan it either. I mean, I might link, in fact, yeah, I'll link another script. I'll link like another script to like one of my like filled out video scripts, so you can see like how long it is. You'll be able to see how like long this script is as well. I'll link this like exact video script in the description, just so you're gonna have an example for like how much I script my videos. You should probably do the same, because I mean, you know this too, like, if you don't script a video, okay, the video is going to be shit. You're going to kind of waffle, you're going to kind of yap, and I mean, I yap anyway, yeah. But imagine if I didn't have a script, how much I would yap. It's actually crazy. I've got like a second channel where it's literally just like for yapping, essentially, for waffling about like my life and making random points and shit. The video is like, I don't have a script, I just have like an idea about what I'm going to talk about. The videos end up being like 40 minutes long, and I go over like 10 different points that are completely unrelated to each other. And it's like the video, it isn't valuable in and of itself unless you like want to listen to me yap, essentially. That's like my second channel. I don't really care about getting views on that. I'm not like CTAing to anything. I just like yapping, if you know what I mean. But that's kind of what happens when you don't have a script. You end up just yapping. When you have a good script, you stay on like under the point, and you stay close to like the viewer's psychology. You stay close to what you like the advice that's actually going to change their lives. Okay. And so when you have a script, you don't end up waffling. But if you end up over scripting it, like for example, if you planned it word for word, you're gonna constantly be looking down at the script and looking back up to see your points and everything, and you're gonna have to like edit it loads, cutting out the bits where you mess up and cutting out the bits where you look down at your phone and everything, and it's just gonna be kind of shit. It's gonna sound robotic. It's gonna sound unnatural. But if you just like plan it in some decent bullet points, like a good amount of bullet points, then like you're gonna be able to speak freely. And obviously I'm this good at speaking because like I've practiced loads, and I've actually. Yeah, click up there, I'll link a video, which is essentially how to speak better, how to make really good videos. But yeah, if you just kind of plan it in the good middle point where you're just making bullet points, that's the best way you can make your videos. That's the best way to like being able to flow and be able to talk like this, okay? And so just essentially do it in bullet points. Just you click down on my Notion link there, and see how I plan these videos. And the next thing is you also need to be different. You really need to stand out. You need to contradict his beliefs, tell him something different, and give him new advice, okay? Put the sources down, rant, get into emotions, and don't just be a ChatGPT replica. Essentially, okay, you've got to be human, okay? And you've just kind of got to like be your honest self, be your authentic self. I know everyone like bullshits about authenticity and all this. Like you probably know this too. Everyone says like make the unedited videos and do all that like bullshit. Like obviously, and again, this is a whole other point I made in that video I just linked there. But like the whole authenticity shit about making your videos like shit quality just to be authentic is not true at all. Like being authentic is like making your videos how you want to make them. And so you kind of just need to do that. Like you need to make your videos. Like, I mean, the reason I like color grading all this like this, getting all the books, getting all the whiteboard set up, getting the camera set up, you know, having a little school cap down there as like an extra little thing in the background, having the light there. Like the reason I do this and make the video look good isn't for like more views or anything. It's just because I enjoy having a good looking video, you know. I enjoy like having quality in my videos, and so this is why I do this. Like sometimes, I mean, I actually quite like the style of just walking around with like a camera with a GoPro, which isn't that good quality, you know. I kind of also like that style, but it isn't as valuable. That's why I do that on my second channel. But like having a camera set up now, like proper camera and everything, like having the blurry background and having a nice, this is like how I like making my videos. And so this is authentic to me. I like having these bullet points like this and speaking from these bullet points like this. I like doing it like this. Okay, so this is authentic to me. Authenticity isn't just like staring at your phone camera and speaking like that in like a shit way, you know, because I used to do that too. Authenticity is just making your videos how you want to make them, and so you just kind of like got to do what you want to do. You got to do what you think is going to be most valuable for the viewer, okay? And most likely, what is most valuable for the viewer, and this will probably be a bit scary for you, but it is like giving him the contradicting beliefs. It is like talking to him and being serious with him and giving that like tough love advice. That most likely is the best way for you like to be authentic, to connect with the viewer, to change his life the most. And so do not be scared about like putting other sources down. Like I'm not scared of fucking saying, you know, like vidIQ, that's that YouTube channel. I'm not scared of saying I fucking hate them because they give like the worst like, YouTube advice ever. Okay, I'm not scared of saying that because that is like authentic to me. I genuinely hate like vidIQ and always like other how to grow on YouTube gurus because they always give the most shit advice ever, alright? They give advice for like how to be a glam influencer, but obviously being a glam influencer where you got like loads of followers getting into controversies, that's not like what we do, alright? We get a small, as I'm saying here, we get a small audience, we help the audience with something specific, okay? And then that changes their life. And so we make money in that way. That's like the thing I teach. So I hate vidIQ because they essentially give me contradicting advice, all right? And so I'm not scared of saying I hate them. Okay, I'm not scared about giving my like, honest opinions. I'm not being like someone fake on camera. I'm not giving you like false information or anything because I think it will please you more. I'm not like saying anything for viewers. The reason this video is like an hour long or however long it's gonna be is because this is how long I want a video to be, so I can make all my points, so I can convince you that I am right, alright? So just make the video like how you want to make it, alright? Put the sources down, and yeah, here's the other thing, ranting and getting into emotions. Don't just be a ChatGPT replica, giving the most basic advice, okay? Get into your emotion, okay? Give him like some genuinely like good, like heartfelt, deep advice, okay? Deeply from you. And this isn't just about like ranting and getting into the good, like, you know how I said at the start of the video about like, you don't want to go down the 9 to 5 path, okay? Getting into like a good flow, like you need to like speak from your deep emotions, and I go over this in my course, okay? It's called channeling, essentially, where you almost like channel your deep emotions. It's a whole like deep thing. You need a specific method to do it. I won't go over it here, it's way too long to explain, but you essentially need to like bring up your like really deep emotions, right? And just like speak from your emotion and speak to the viewer with your deep emotion. And again, having like your avatar document, that really helps you to do that, okay? Be a human on camera, be your real self on camera, give your deep advice on camera. Like the reason why no one's like videos get views, the reason why everyone's so shit at making videos, the reason why most of us don't get sales, okay, is because we're just ChatGPT replicas. We're the replicas of everyone else. We need to be our like honest selves on camera and give our like deep, true advice. And that doesn't mean obviously to like make the shit or like authentic videos where you're just like speaking to your phone. Like you still want to make the videos good professional quality. And that's actually a point I made in that video that I linked up there a second ago. But like if you make your videos as professional, essentially, like you're way more likely to get sales. That's a whole other point. But you just don't need, you need to like be honest, okay? And this is another point, you need to give your best advice, you need to give your best like human advice, you need to connect with the viewer, you need to actually be different and like speak from your emotions. You can't hold yourself back, because if you hold yourself back, you're not going to be giving him the best advice, which means you're not going to be changing his like life. Like imagine that you're like, and this is a point I really love making, imagine like, let's say you're going to die in 6 months, yeah, and you've got a son on the way. This is like a theoretical situation. Let's say you're going to die in 6 months, you've got a son on the way who's going to be born in like 9 months. You're never going to see him because you're going to be dead before he's born. But imagine like to be the best father you can to the son. The only way you can do that is by making these YouTube videos for him to help him in this thing. Yeah, you need to make your videos in that way. You can't be like filtered or anything like that in your videos, because if you are filtered, the videos aren't going to be good enough, okay? You need to speak as if you're speaking to your younger brother, okay? Who, let's say you're going to die in 6 months. I mean, I've got a younger brother. He's like, I think he's like 9 now. Yeah. So he's going to be like my age, probably, hopefully on this path too, like when he's older, because I felt I'm going down this path. Hopefully I can get him onto this path too when he's older. If I was to die in 6 months, I would be, I mean, I am making these videos as best as I can, but I'd be like so much more serious about making like really good videos. If I know I was to die in 6 months, I'd be making these videos for him so that when he's older and he's my age, he can look back on my videos and take my own advice, because I won't be there as like an older brother to help him through life, essentially. So imagine you had like a son or a younger brother or something like that, who you won't be able to give advice when they grow up. You need to make your videos as if you're giving him that advice. You need to take this shit so seriously, man. So seriously, because like I said at the start of this video, not only for your own sake, but also for the viewer's sake, okay? For this guy you're helping, for his sake, you need to really change his life. You need to give him the best advice so that you can change his life, because he will fucking die without your advice. He will go down the path that he doesn't want to live. His life will be horrible without your advice, and so you need to help him as much as you possibly can, alright? Like I said, if you don't hold back and you give him your best advice, he will buy your product, and it's as simple as that. And another reason why he will buy your product is if you have your videos looking professional. And I mentioned this a second ago, I forgot it was actually in the script. Okay, but you just need to be like professional as you can. So get a good mic, get good camera quality. Like as I said before, like authenticity, the shit quality is literally one of the biggest, like Sam, you know, the Sam Millison style, like making your video shit quality, acting like you're a friend to the viewer. That's like one of the worst things you can do in our space, okay, when you're trying to like teach the viewer something. Authenticity is one of the biggest lies ever. Imagine you were in like some dark bedroom or some shit, like you were shit quality, you know, you looked all dirty, you smelled a bit. Obviously they can't smell you through the camera, but they could really like tell the energy, like they could get that energy off you. Like if you didn't look professional at all, if you didn't look like, if you didn't fit the part of your niche, okay, they won't buy from you. And it's as simple as that. You need to like fit the part of your niche, and you need to look professional, you need to look serious, okay? And so, for example, if you're teaching bodybuilding, okay, you should probably have like some sort of like tank top on when you got your arms, like your big arms, yeah. You should do that. Or if you're teaching like social skills, maybe you have like your friends behind you, or you're in some public space, okay. If you're teaching like something random like football or like, I mean, soccer as everyone says, or you're teaching them some sort of sport or something like that, be on like the football pitch, okay, be in like the badminton court or wherever the fuck like that, yeah. Like fit the part of your niche. Don't just like be in your bedroom because it's easiest. You gotta be like intentional with what you have in the background. And again, I go over all of this in that video I linked up above. All right, I'm CTing so much of that video because it's actually so useful. But like, this is the reason why I've got the whiteboard in the background, why I've got the books in the background. Like, those books are, there's a couple of the books I haven't, like most of those books I haven't even read. Like probably half the pages, like a third of those pages I haven't even read. I won't lie. A lot of those books I haven't even read, okay? But the reason why I've still got them there is because it adds more credibility and makes you take me more seriously. Imagine this was just like shit quality video. Imagine I was like lying down on my bed with my phone like that. Like, you wouldn't take me seriously giving you this advice, but because I've put so much effort, like I spent half an hour getting this set up, okay? Because I've put so much effort into this, all right? You take me more seriously, and it's as simple as that. So you need to make your videos better quality, and that'll make people like so much more likely to buy. So if you do all of that, what I've just taught you there, and you just sell it in like any way, I promise you, you will get sales, you will make a fuck ton of money. But if you do what I'm about to teach you now to make your Skool community and to basically set up your course like I'll teach you now, okay, you will get so many sales and actually be so sick. So step 3, creating your Skool. Now, we're gonna go into a screen recording in a second where I'll walk you through like actually everything. But I just want to get this in your head right now, okay? That in this space, it's the guys who take action who are actually winning. Like I said at the start, this is the guys who are locked in, okay? And who are working hard, who are actually winning and getting results, all right? At the same time, it's also the guys who are taking action, like taking action and looking in and working hard. It's the same thing, okay? And so I promise you right now, I mean, 99% of people, not 99, probably about 90% of people who clicked on this video have not got here, okay, because my retention, probably an hour in or however far we're in now. Okay, it's probably around 10%. It usually goes down to 10% and stays 10% for the whole video. Okay, so you seeing this right now, you're already in the top 10%. I guarantee you, maybe only 10% of people who are actually here will actually follow what I say right now, okay? And so you can literally get into the top 1% of people who, like, out of all the guys who are watching this video. And remember, this video is like really specifically niche down, so it's not like you're top 1% out of like a random 100 guys. You're top 1% out of 100 other guys who are doing online business with their YouTube channels. You can get ahead of 99% of them, okay, literally just by following what I'm going to teach you to do here. Like, you can do this absolutely right now without moving. If you're on a computer, it works even better, okay? If you're on your phone, it's kind of, you'll have to like switch back and forth, but that's still fine, all right? You can do this literally right now, okay? And so you need to take action on this right now, okay? So just get it into your head. Whatever Sam says now, I'm going to do, okay? Do it, because I guarantee you this will get you more results if you do it now rather than waiting, because you'll wait and then you say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and you know this too. You'll just keep delaying it, and it'll end up being like a month later by the time you actually do this, and you'll be thinking like, what the fuck, why didn't I do this a month before? Because you'll see a guy who started this a month ago, like in a month's time, you'll see a guy who started this now, like a month later, and you'll see he's actually got his like first couple of sales, he made like $500, and you'll be thinking like, what the fuck did I just spend the last month doing? Okay, and so do this right now, okay? So like I just said, take action on this right now, okay? And so if you come and click on the link in the description, that's my affiliate link to create your own Skool community, and it'll bring you to this page here. Please use my affiliate link. I'd really appreciate you doing that. And so yeah, it'll come here. It'll literally be the exact same here. There's actually changes a decent bit from the last I saw, but yeah, you come here, you click create your community, and it's as simple as this now. For the group name, and I'll get into how you can actually abuse the trial in a second. You don't actually need to pay this $99 a month, but for the group name, I'd literally recommend you to put like something in really, really short, okay? Because what happens is you get a link, it'll be skool.com/what you put here, yeah, and then there'll be a couple numbers. You can change the name later, okay, but just put something in short now so that your like link that you permanently have is shorter. And then yeah, basically just put your card details in. You don't even need like $100 in your account for this to work. It'll work even if you're completely broke. And you're not going to actually be paying this $100, because I'll get onto how you can abuse this in a second. But yeah, you just put your details in, and then yeah, you start your free trial. And I'll process. And then yep, this is actually my second take doing this. Like, I actually created another free trial right before this. You can literally create as many free trials as you want, and this is actually how you abuse Skool in this way. And it's not even really abusing, because it's been designed this way for you not to have to pay until you actually make money. Because you get an infinite amount of free trials. You're gonna have as many as you want at the same time, as many as you want in total. I think there's a limit of like 100, yeah, but you can reuse the same card, you can reuse the same account. Like, you can have as many free trials as you want, and they have built it this way. Sam Millison and 𝐓𝐄𝐿𝐄𝐿, who have like created this platform, Skool, okay, they have made it this way so that you basically don't pay them until you make money yourself, because they essentially don't want you to get demotivated and like lose money before you make money. They don't ever want you to be in the negative, because then you get demotivated and then you don't end up making money, which means they don't get paid, because they take like a couple % of like all your income from here, like I think it's like 5%. So they essentially get paid when you get paid, and so they want you to get paid, they want you to succeed and make money from this. And so they essentially make it so you can get as many free trials as you want. And this is essentially how to abuse it, okay? Because yeah, you essentially get as many free trials as you want, so you don't pay because you can just cancel the free trial and make a new community, like when this one's going to come to an end, and that's the only like downside. And you also don't get a custom link until you pay. But once you make like a couple $100 with it, and you start paying the $100 a month, you can keep the same group and everything. You don't have to like move everything over to a new group, a new trial, and you have to like move because if let's say you get someone to buy for like $50, that doesn't pay for like the full $100 a month. And which then means like you're technically going to be $50 down. And so once you make like the $100, you can keep that group and not be in the negative essentially, and not lose any money, and without having to move people over. But if you just like get one person buying for like $50, then yeah, you can just move that guy over to a new group when you have to. But essentially, yeah, this is your Skool community here. This is just the community section. I'm not going to go over everything. You can figure out the settings out yourself. They don't even really matter. But if you come to the About page, now this is your sales page. If I show you my sales page, so this is my sales page here, and basically what you want to do, you want to have a VSL here at the top. So you can basically, yeah, put a link here for your VSL. I've got mine uploaded on Loom. You can just upload yours on YouTube. Now to create the VSL, I'm not going to go into it here. It's a whole massive thing. I'll teach you exactly how to do it in my course. But you essentially, there's a couple tips I'll give you. First is to keep it concise. Mine's about 12 minutes. That's a bit long for mine. But I kind of waffle a decent bit, and I won't lie, I need to remake it. But yeah, just be concise. You don't really want it longer than 10 minutes. Most people won't watch to the end of it anyway. You just want to kind of be concise with it. Next thing is to hit their pain points, and so many people fail to do this, man. Like here, you can see down here in like the sales page down here, I go over like what they actually get, like what you actually get joining my like course and everything. I go over like the specific offer. But in the course, in the VSL, I don't actually mention that at all. I don't. In fact, I mention the price, okay, but I don't actually mention like what you actually get at all, okay, because it's just kind of pointless because it doesn't really connect with their pain points. You can put it here so they understand it clearly, but for their actual, like, for the VSL, you want to connect really deep to their pain points, like I mentioned earlier in the video. So many people fail to do this. And also in your mission statement here, so this is like your description here, you want to basically, yeah, you want to connect to their pain points. So this mission statement is essentially what you're going to help them with, okay, what you're specifically going to help them with. So if you come here, I think you can change it here. If you go to general, yeah, so for example, for my friend Vincent, for the one I made for him, for the idea I came up for him, so we came up, called it the Florida physique, because he's in Florida, he's helping people to build a good physique, he's calling his the Florida physique. And then for the description, it was for our mission statement even. So I can't remember if this was the exact one, but it's an example of what you could do. So this is essentially what a mission statement here is here. You put your name in like the Florida physique, you'd upload an icon, do all that. You can get your custom URL once you pay the $100. And I don't think the rest of the settings really matter. You can figure that out yourself. I'll go over all of this autistically in my own course, by the way. I'm just giving you a free like overview of it now. And so yeah, that'll come up with that. You'll have your link here. And then yeah, for the VSL, like I said, just keep it concise. Put the pain points in. Don't waffle that much, okay? And then yeah, for the group description here, essentially you just kind of want to copy your mission statement here, and then you just kind of want to put your offer. So what you get, so the 5-hour course. Then you also add bonuses and random like templates and stuff in. So you can put like workout routines to I don't know, help you get abs or some shit like that. And you come up with some like free bonuses they can get, and you do like another little bonus or whatever. For the price, okay, put it at $49 right now. This is like dead set, do this, okay? Don't change anything I say. Just like do this autistically, copy me autistically. Put the price at $49, okay? And then put a little thing down here, like you can do like a warning emoji or whatever. Price increases to $99 or $97 at 2 members. Because right now it'll show you like 1 member, okay? Price increases to $97 at 2 members, like 1 spot left, okay? You can just do that. And you can also mention like that you haven't made the course yet. So you can put a little thing in saying like a pre-sale there, because essentially you're not actually going to create the course until you've like got a sale for it, because you don't want to create a course that no one really wants. And so yeah, essentially just this is what you can add emojis and like special fonts and make it look all nice if you want. And then yeah, just link your VSL there. If you've got any testimonials, you can put add like screenshots of them by uploading the image. And then yeah, that's essentially it. And then you just get your link up here. You can actually just like do the community link. Yeah, you can get that link and that'll redirect people specifically to the sales page. Now if we open a new like incognito window, put that in, this is what it'll look like for people. I didn't actually click save on the other one. But yeah, you'd click save and everything, put your VSL in, and then it'll essentially just end up looking like mine. And then yeah, you just get that link, you put that in your description, and then in the video, you just say to your viewers, essentially, if you want to buy my course, go click the link in the description, and I'll help you there. And obviously in my own course, I go through like absolutely everything completely autistically. I'm still actually making the course right now. It's still a pre-sale. This price is going to increase for my own course. I'm not joking you, it will increase. It might already be $300 by the time you're watching this, okay? And so if you have the money to invest in it right now, the price is going to increase. Like, you'll probably click on this and see the price has already gone up to like $300 or whatever, okay? Please, okay, this will help you. I'm not joking, I do want you to get results. This is the best way I'm going to help you to get results. Go and click that link right now, it's in the description. Now, like I said, we don't actually create the course now, we just literally just set up the sales page now, okay? And then we create the course when someone actually buys. So essentially it's just a pre-sale now. And like I said, you say it's just like $50 now, and when the first person buys, it's $100, so you can just say it's like pre-sale, one slot left, as I said. Because if you create the course now, okay, and I know you probably want to do this, and you probably also want to decrease the price. Or if you're confident to increase the price, like I said, then increase it. But I know that you probably kind of don't want to sell something that you haven't actually made yet, all right? Trust me, okay? You'll probably end up creating a course that no one really wants to buy anyway, because you'll probably end up changing this in like a week's time anyway. Okay, so don't like go away and spend all your time creating a course now. Just like pre-sale this right now. Just because when someone buys it, that's when you can create it for them. And then it's actually even better, like I said, because then when someone sees it, like when you get someone to buy, you can ask them like what they actually struggle with, and then you can make the course for their like, specific issues, and the course will just be better and get people more results by doing that. So in a week's time, let's say you haven't got any sales, you're probably going to come back and listen to this specific part of the video. If you haven't got any sales yet, you need to like follow the theory of constraints. Now this is a mindset 𝐓𝐄𝐿𝐻 teaches, and honestly I really love it. And there's only one thing actually constraining your business right now, constraining your business from making progress. There's only one thing stopping you, okay? It's not like there's 5 things, well there might be 5 things stopping you, but there's always one thing that's stopping you more than the rest. And improving any of the other things other than this one thing, okay, won't actually make a difference. So you just need to like improve this one thing that's constraining you right now. And so you just need to think like, in terms of your funnel, okay, I mean, I said views don't matter, but if you're literally getting no views, then that's kind of a problem. So is it in your funnel, so your funnel is literally like views, and then it's like your sales page conversion rate, and then it's the sales, obviously, itself. So basically, is your constraint the amount of people seeing your video? Is your constraint the amount of people clicking on your Skool page? Or is your constraint the conversion rate of your Skool page? So let's say you're getting like 300 people a week, okay, clicking on your page, because as I showed you, you can see like the dashboard and everything. If you're getting like 300 people clicking your link a week, yeah, but you're not getting any sales, then the conversion, the constraint probably isn't the amount of people clicking your link. The constraint probably is your conversion rate, okay? Because if you're getting 300 people clicking, even just like less than even like 0.1% conversion rate, which is still pretty bad. After 3 weeks, you'd still like technically have to get a sale. But if you're getting like 300 a week, 0.1% is like 1,000, 1 in 1,000, and so after 3 weeks, you basically got 1,000, if you got what I mean, all right? So it's probably your conversion rate then if you're getting like 300 people a week and you're still not getting any sales. But if you've only got like 20 people clicking on your link a week, and you've only got like 20 or 50 like people like clicking your link to see your about page per week, then the constraint probably is more likely the amount of people clicking on your link than the conversion rate or anything. Because even if you get like a 1% conversion rate, which is really good, and you only get 20 people click on your link, it's still by that means going to take 5 weeks before you get a sale, if you get what I mean. And obviously like, it's not about like the total people that click on your link. We need like qualified people who will actually like buy your shit. And so you need like people coming from your YouTube, and you've got to make the YouTube videos that will attract those people. And obviously that's what I explained earlier in the video. And so you've got to think like, what's the actual like thing constraining my business? Is it the amount of views I'm getting? Is it the type of viewers I'm getting? Is it the amount of people that's clicking on my link to my course? Am I CTAing like 40 minutes into a video when barely any people are watching? Is my conversion rate like really shit? Do I even have a VSL set up? Okay, I know so many people who are like figuring out like why they're not getting sales and they don't even have a VSL set up. So just like figure out like what actually is your constraint, all right, and just go over that and just fix that thing. And then if you're still not getting sales, just think about what your constraint is then, and then fix that and just keep doing that essentially until you get sales. Keep reiterating, keep redoing stuff, keep making progress, okay? And to actually build your course, essentially you need to kind of like write it as a book. And so you've got to think like, what are all of the possible things they could be struggling? What are all their pain points? Okay. And then for all those specific pain points, you kind of like branch it down into even more specific things, different things they might struggle with, different worries, like different mindsets they kind of have. And then you kind of make a module off of like each of these like problems they might have, each of these things you want to teach them. You just kind of like get everything you know and you put it like into these modules, into like chapters in a book. And then you kind of like put these chapters together into different sections, if you get what I mean. And you kind of like plan it like a book. And then once you got these like module ideas, you just kind of go through each of them and like meet them out, basically, like put the meat into them, like actually like flesh them out and actually like have something written down like a module. And you'll almost like come up with like a mini book in a way, like a short book with your like planning, because each like module could be like a video length. And then you might have like 20 or 30 of them. That's pretty extreme. You might only have like 5 or 10, but you'll essentially have like a book's length of planning, if that makes sense. And then you'll just record it like a video version of that book, and then that'll be your course, okay? And I mean, that's what I've done for my course. That's what gets some people the most results, okay? But building a course really is like a whole nother thing. And I do actually go over that in my own course, because again, it is like a massive, massive thing. And I'll teach you literally everything regarding that and the VSL and absolutely everything in my course. You won't have any worries. I'll basically just do it for you. If you follow everything I've taught you to do in this video, I guarantee you will get sales. And if you're not, you just have to keep redoing stuff, keep reiterating, keep getting better at it, and then you will get sales. I promise you, this works literally the best out of absolutely everything. It works for me, it works for all my clients, okay? It works for everyone, it will work for you too. Literally just follow what I've said in here. Don't change anything, okay? Just follow it autistically. And if you're still not getting sales, just keep redoing it, keep getting better at it, keep improving it. I've recorded my own VSL like 10 times now, okay? Just to keep getting better at it, keep getting better at it, okay? I've spent like, what, an hour and a half, look, hour and a half, I don't know if you can see that well. An hour and a half, okay, recording this video, all right? I'll put so much work into this video. This video is gonna take me like 4 hours total to make, 5 hours total to make, okay? You've got to just keep putting work in, keep reiterating, okay? Keep putting like more and more effort into it, all right? And keep just getting better at working, and you will get your first sale if you just stick to this. If you don't like be retarded, and if you don't like change random shit because you just feel like changing it, you will make progress on this, and you will get your first sale, I can guarantee you 100%, okay? Because really, like I said at the start of this video, making money genuinely is so beautiful. Not just for the fact that you love working. I mean, my work for today is almost done. I've essentially just got to quickly record the screen recording that you saw earlier in that video. I haven't actually recorded that yet. And then I've got to do that, and then I'll probably go out for a bit, like go out, run into the countryside and everything, and I might come back and edit this video or whatever. These videos really don't take long to edit, and then that's basically like, I'm done for the day. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I mean, like, I'm enjoying this anyway. Yeah, I'm enjoying making this anyway. It's like, it's been hard work for me today. It's been hard work so far. I've been up since 5. It's almost 11 now. 6 hours of work so far, which is pretty decent. Already gone for my ice bath, that's checked off. I've got to go for my run later, like going out in the countryside, as I said, going for a run out there. I enjoy doing that anyway, okay? That isn't really hard for me. Like, my life is just so beautiful now that this is my like full-time job, essentially, that this is my work. I love fucking doing it. Like, life is just so good like this, and so I really hope that you'll be able to experience this too. Making money online really is fucking beautiful, bro, and you know this too, and you know you need to do it too. It's like there's 2 polar extremes of where your life can go. Either you go down the 9-to-5 job and you fucking hate your life and you end up killing yourself, or you go through this path and you make money online and your life ends up being beautiful. My voice is literally going now, but I've absolutely loved making this. I've loved making this video for you, and I know this will change your life. The link for my course is in the description. I will change your life there. I will teach you absolutely everything. If you think this video is good, okay, just imagine how good my course is, okay? If you've got the money for that, there's literally nothing else you can spend on it that will be better for you. And you know that, you literally know that's true. I'm saying this with pure confidence because I know it's true. I've already changed so many of the guys' lives too. You can see all my testimonials on there too. Yeah, go buy that right now, man. I will change your life. Go click the link right now.